Hello guys, we are here to discuss on marketing research. We are having an assignment on marketing research. We are going to conduct research for Ginger Ganesha. It's a restaurant located in Indore which deals mainly with fusion dosas. So we are going to ask some questions and you are going to discuss among yourselves. What are the basic reasons for which people go to a restaurant and what do people prefer in a restaurant dishes? So kindly discuss among yourselves and feel free to say whatever you feel.
For me, going to a restaurant is like breaking the monotonous daily routine of having food in the mess. So that's why I go to restaurant.
Yeah, basically it depends upon the variety of the foods, and later on, say with the hygiene factor, it's also an effect for the restaurant. If somebody is really very hygiene conscious, so he will prefer the restaurant to be a more clean and sophisticated kind of thing, and the price is the trade-off factor. If the price is too high, then we won't prefer.
I prefer going to the restaurant in the weekends, and mostly I have a habit of going to a cheaper restaurant where I can enjoy a lot with my friends and have delicious foods which are cheaper in terms of prices and other restaurants.
To me, locations also matter. If the restaurant is nearby, if it is close to where I live, then I go to that restaurant. If it's very far, then I prefer not to go to that restaurant.
I prefer going to restaurants so as to just hang around and chill with my friends.
Generally, it is a kind of, for me, restaurants are kind of stress busters. When our exams get over, so we can go for outing with my friends. And what happens here is, it depends what type of food I am going to have, and accordingly we decide the budget, and then we decide what kind of restaurant we will visit.
Is there any particular occasion or time for which you go to a restaurant? Like
After exams.
Weekends
After exams.
Or any birthdays or something.
Okay, and time like evening, morning.
Mostly.
And how many times you visit a restaurant?
So generally we go 2 to 3 times in a week.
In a week?
Yes.
In a month.
In a month, 3 to 4
Yeah,
times.
in a month. For me, it's like for 1 month, it's like 2.
And what type of cuisine do you prefer? Like just Indian food or South Indian food, multi-cuisine restaurants, Chinese, etc.
It depends on the mood. Sometimes we think that we had a lot of Chinese food, and if we become more, we think that we get a lot of we can ज़्यादा खा लिया. डोसा में ज़्यादा खा लिया तो
मतलब एक चीज से बोर हो गए दूसरी चीज ट्राई करते हैं.
ज़्यादा अलग डिशेस खा ले, कुछ छोला हो गया.
It depends on the time also. I mean, अगर हम शाम के वक्त जाते हैं तो कभी पिज्जा खा लिया, कभी डोसा वगैरह चाइनीज या बेसिकली डिनर के टाइम में मतलब मेरे हिसाब से तो मैं इंडियन पसंद करता हूँ.
Generally, what happens is there are 2 choices. What mostly of us think, whether we want to have a fast food or regular food. And accordingly, my group or I decide which type of food we need to have.
It also depends on the occasion, I guess.
Yeah.
If it's a party, like New Year's Eve, we prefer Indian food, and if we're just going for fun, we prefer pizza.
For just chilling around, we prefer fast food like Chinese or dosa or something, South Indian food.
Yeah, those are the also good.
What are the factors you look while going to a restaurant? Like you're choosing a particular restaurant to go. What are the factors that help you in deciding price?
What is the hygiene?
And also, since we are college students and we are not having any transportation medium, so location also matters a lot.
How much famous is the restaurant? We also look for reviews on Zomato. On Zomato and some other sites like that for reviews.
Price is another very important factor that we look upon when choosing the restaurant. It has to be
Ambience also matters.
If it's price, to some extent, ambience does matter.
If the food is good, price is right, we can have anywhere.
For street food, we don't prefer ambience. We don't give much ambience.
Not for me. But for the
restaurant, we do see how ambience is. But the conditions of the restaurant should be.
And it also depends on whom we are going with.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
if we are having
Like if you're going with a girl, you prefer better ambience. And if you're going with friends, you can go anywhere. See, the Ginger Ganesha mainly deals with fusion dosas. What do you think about dosas? What price are you willing to pay, and what are the expectations from a fusion dosa when you hear about it?
So generally, when you hear about dosa, so you expect the price in between, let's say 70 to 100 rupees.
The image what comes into mind while thinking about dosa is the pricing is 30 to next month 80 bucks. That's all.
you do fusion dosa. sounds like something mix of Indianized plus something Western, you know.
Yeah, Western culture maybe. Yes.
Like the Indo-Chinese food we eat. So I think
Anyway, rarely people go for these fusion dosas.
I can't pay more than 100 for any kind of dosa.
Either I would eat dosa or like continental food. Like I go for a fusion food. Like
Exactly.
For a mid-course meal, I think I would prefer fusion dosa for that only, not as a starter or not.
See, fusion dosa means you are having stuffing of cheese, mayonnaise, etc. and so on. So if you're getting all the stuffings which you get in a pizza, what do your expectations from a dosa increase? Does the price you are willing to pay increases or something?
At least $100.
If you see other dishes which we get in some fast food restaurants, which are also have different kinds of food, they are also priced around 100 to 120, but 150 and 160 is quite high.
Usually what they can do is that they can price it at a lower price so that we develop a taste for those types of dosa and then increase the prices.
Right now,
Because
we don't know about the size of the dosa.
Yeah.
Is it of the similar size of the garlic bread or the
So the dosa is a big size, but the problem is the price only.
because dosa is generally perceived as a common man food, so
Yeah.
you don't really tend to pay higher for such products.
Because
Even though if it's a fusion dosa or something, but once the word dosa comes up, it's the price perception.
it
is
can
too
work if the
big.
name, the dosa from the name could be removed and it could be renamed something else. And it could work.
Do you prefer combos, etc., or just normal dishes? If you get combos and discount in that,
Yeah, we
Combos will be a good option. Because we generally visit in groups, so that would be a good option.
do you opt for home delivery, etc.? Like,
There is no one who's willing to deliver
For dosa, it's not a good option also because dosa
It becomes cold and it doesn't taste good.
so if they are having an option of home delivery, would you opt for it?
No.
Because it mostly no.
dosa doesn't sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be
It should
crispy
be
and
hot,
hot.
yeah.
Crispy and hot.
Yes, crispy.
And
Dosa is the kind of dish which you prefer to eat at the place only. You wouldn't like it to be delivered at your own place.
You also expect a good quality sambar with that also as well. If it's a fusion dosa, then sambar should be also of that some fusion type.
do student discounts, etc., guide your going to a particular restaurant?
Yes.
And about if the waiting time is high or if waiting time is more than average, would you and the prices are low, so will you go to the restaurant or not?
because we have a very small time frame to have our food. Like
To me, generally, if I had spare time, means generally we go in evening, so it doesn't matter to us as long as it's our time of our last bus. So we can wait for it. It depends.
Generally, we can wait for 20 or 25 minutes. We can wait for, but if it is taking 1 or 1.5 hours, then
Then it's not a good option for us.
It depends if we go in the evening or if we are going at late night.
So what are the basic reasons you choose a dish for, like the price, the taste, or what all you?
Taste and price.
Thank you.
Thanks.